I'm pleased to visit the area, whether it was McAllen, whether it was Laredo, whether it was El Paso, now in Brownsville, on a number of occasions. And he has reinforced the idea that anyone who comes here sees that this is a community with a border going through it. And this crisis, that some call a crisis, we have to view as an opportunity. This morning we had the pleasure, I would say pleasure if it were under other circumstances, but we had the privilege of meeting with Bishop Flores and other advocates for justice on this issue. I said at the time that I used the bishop's statement that was presented to the Judiciary Committee earlier this week by the Bishop Sites of El Paso, that is the path. It's about treating people with respect. What we just saw was so stunning. If you believe, as we do, that every child, every person has a spark of divinity in them and is therefore worthy of respect, what we saw in those rooms was dazzling, sparkling array of God's children worthy of respect. So we have to use, as was said this morning, the crisis that some view as a crisis, and it does have crisis qualities, as an opportunity to show who we are as Americans, that we do respect people for their dignity and worth, that we know how to get the job done that relates to, again, stopping trafficking, because that's one of the fundamentals, the Wilberforce law. We have the law that established the Department of Homeland Security. We have the Flores decision. So with the balance that we're trying to create is to move these kids, these young people, these families as quickly as possible into another setting. We have to do it in a way that meets certain standards, and in our rush not do the best we can for them. I'm a mother of 5. I have 9 grandchildren. I wish that I could take all those children home with me. I don't know if it's what the rules about it are, that I wish that you could all see what we saw today and what Congressman Vela and Congressman Hinojosa saw yesterday in McAllen. Perhaps the most tragic image I will take home with me, and I wish I could take him too, was the little boy who was infected with the virus and then in isolation, all by himself. But that's for his safety and for the safety of others. Nonetheless, we have to address the 3 points that Congressman Vela made, and one of them is to work with our Central American neighbors, to be good neighbors. We're all Americans in this hemisphere, North and South America, to work together to improve the situation in those countries so that the danger is not so keen. To be careful about the trafficking issue, which is of a concern to all of us wherever it happens in the world, and on our border, our responsibility to do so in a way that is in the best interest of the children, what they call the best interest determination. Nobody knows about all of this more and better than Sister Pimentel. You know her. We think of her as an angel. She teaches us about what the actual ramifications are of public policy. We're here to thank the Border Patrol. I think they're doing the best they can under the circumstances. They have handled this well, but the facilities just do not meet the need, and we have to be helpful. We thank the Department of Defense for what they're doing, the Department of HHS, but the purpose of my visit was to see what can we in Congress do to help, to honor the traditions of our country, to respect the dignity and worth of every person, to do so in a way that is not the fastest, but the best in the most, the shortest period of time. So I thank again my colleague, Congressman Vela, and I yield the floor to Sister Pimentel.